Today we're going over what I think are the best locations for all businesses in GTA 5 Online. I feel like I've played GTA 5 long enough to actually be able to give you my opinions on where all locations, or at least all the best locations are in my point of view. So we're going to start by just going one by one. So let's start by just doing with Clubhouse, okay? And I'm honestly going to say it, the best location is the Sandy Shores one, right here. That's the best one I could think of to get. But if you want one in the city, I'm going to say go for one that's close to like a business or something. So like maybe something like this one here, maybe? Because it's close to like a lot of the businesses, like the arcade's like somewhere over here, there's another one over here, so it's actually pretty close to like the middle of the city. Another one you could go for is this one here. But yeah, I wouldn't go for, I personally didn't go for either one of those. I went with the one up in Sandy Shores. The reason that this one is actually the best location is because all the businesses you want to buy are in this area, and we'll get to that at the end of the video because I kind of just don't want to drive you until the end. So next we're going to go over bunkers. Alright, so I personally think there's three locations that really stand out to me, really, and the rest are just relevant. You don't really want to go for the others, but I'm going to start by going with this one right here, the Zancudo bunker. It's pretty good for solo players. Anyone can reach their locations in no time flat. I think the business is also getting extended time. I'm not sure about that one, but I'm like 90% sure. Anyway, the next one's also going to be this one, the Chumash bunker. Honestly, if I was to pick one of these two myself, I'd go for these three, but the highest likely one is I'd go for this one, or I would go for this one. And I went for this one, the Farmhouse bunker. The Farmhouse bunker has this one line of like dirt road that you can take to get to the city real quickly, and all the sales are in the city, so you don't have to worry about going to different locations like across the map, like up at Sandy Shores, Polito Bay, all that stuff. It's all in the city, which is really good, and all these places are actually in the city. Okay, all these places are in the city, and you're not going to have any troubles with this. But my favorite location has to be the Farmhouse bunker, but I would also recommend going for the other two bunkers that I suggested here, which is going to be the bunker here and the bunker over here. Next, we're going to go over hangars. Now, this one's kind of relevant. You don't really need to worry about this because it's not a very good business. I mean, it did get updated not recently. It's been a while since this thing got updated, but still, the best one in Zancudo I'm going to suggest is the cheapest one. I mean, they're all the same. They're all going to give you the same amount of storage, so what's the point in really worrying about where you want it? But I'd either go for this one or this one, really. And another thing about these Zancudo things, you get access to the military base. Normally, if you wouldn't have a bunker, I mean a hangar here, you would get a 4-star or a 5-star or something, and yeah, it's just a real hassle. And I wouldn't recommend going really for any of these. Just go for the Zancudo bunkers. They're so much better. Alright, next up, facilities. Okay, so I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If you're only planning on doing the Bogdan glitch, which is still a thing, I'd go for this one, okay? But if you're not going to do the Bogdan glitch, if you're like me and you don't like doing glitches anymore, then I wouldn't suggest this one at all. Okay, I would suggest something like the Zancudo facility, this one right here, because it's really close to the highway and you can just go straight down here if you want to get to your locations, or you can go the other way, doesn't really matter. But there's also two other locations I would recommend, which is going to be Route 68 facility, and honestly this is probably the highest worth on this one because you can spawn any helicopter on that land. But I didn't go for it because I liked the fact that this one was closest to the Zancudo facility, and I believe you can still use their jets inside the military base, so if you want to, you can go for that. Another facility I'm going to suggest is this one, the Ronald Wind Farm facility. It's close to the highway. You can get to your locations real quickly and easily with this place, and I have personally had no troubles with this. I've had all three, but my favorite has to be the Zancudo facility, okay? I can't deny it. Okay, next we're going to go nightclubs. Okay, don't really use this business whatsoever. And the best part is there's actually no nightclubs up in the top area of the map or the middle area, so they're all in the city, which is really good. But to be honest with this, this isn't really relevant to today's date, so I'm just gonna say go for the Strawberry nightclub. It's honestly the best location because it's close to like a bunch of other businesses and stuff that you could go for. The other location I'd suggest could be this one. I went for it, but I don't use this business at all. I don't use it, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I don't use it. I probably should, because it could give you a buttload of money. But yeah, I would suggest going for the Strawberry nightclub. If you're going to take this business seriously, you're going to work really hard on it, and you're going to try your best to get it done. This is probably your best bet. The Strawberry nightclub. Okay, for this one, I'm going to give you 2 locations for this. Three. This one you don't want to go for at all. Don't go for this one right here. It's not worth it. Go for this. Go for the La Mesa one. That's honestly your best location for all needs because it's close to the casino. Well, you're going to rob a casino as well. This one is another good one, kind of. Davis. It's got a highway that leads all the way up to the casino, but I wouldn't recommend this one really overall. If you can't afford this one, which I believe is the second cheapest, the cheapest has got to be up at the top of the map. And in case you don't know, these are the cheap ones here. I honestly would not recommend any of those. Just go for the ones at the bottom. And the last one's actually going to be this one, okay? East Vinewood. It would go all the way down to here, and you only have to take one turn, and you have to and then you're basically at the casino. But yeah, that's basically all I'm going to go for on that one. The next thing I'm going to go over is we're going to go over auto shops, okay? Now, I honestly don't think this is a bad way to make money in the game. But if you want to go for an auto shop, I'm going to suggest 2 locations, okay? And that's going to be this location right here, La Mesa, because it's close to the casino, the arcade, and it's also and this one here, because it's also close to basically everything you need to know about the Mission Road place. And by the way, guys, if you guys want me to do like a in-depth guide on all businesses to like talk about what they really are, I will. Just let me know down in the comments if you guys want me to do that. I will do it. But for now, I'm going to suggest I'm just telling you guys what I would suggest you guys get if you're going to get into any of the businesses. But yeah, that's honestly what I recommend here. Just go for these 2, or one of these 2. You can't really go for 2 at the same time. Salvage yards. Honestly, I do like this business, but I don't use it enough. But I'm honestly just going to suggest you one location and one location only, and that's going to have to be this place, the one I got, Marietta Heights. I hope I pronounced that right, but still. This place is probably the best location because it's the closest to where you sell the cars. And where you sell the cars is going over here. But if you want to buy the cars, obviously, you just buy your cars from the place. But still, the point being, this is probably your best chance to actually get something from it. Because it's only 2 turns, okay? Okay, you just go straight from here. You turn left and you turn right. That's basically all you have to do. And when you get here, you could either go off the side of the road or you could keep going straight, your choice. But normally what I do is I go off the side of the road. So yeah. I'm also going to go over the apartments. I know it's not business, but I'm also going to go over the apartments too, okay? So let's start with this one, I think. We're going to go over the this business. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is probably the most expensive one, but I honestly would recommend this one right here. Maze Bank Tower. It's in the middle of the city. You can spawn a helicopter on an helipad and you'll be at the tallest location in the game. And you could use this to get to your places near and far. I'm going to suggest go for it, man. Go for this one. It's $4 million. You could get it for sale for 50% off if it's on sale. But I honestly would recommend this one. Alright? Go for that one. As for this business here, I don't really know what this business was, but I know it has something to do with Franklin, okay? And I'm honestly going to suggest just go for this one, guys. I have this business. I like this location because it's just close to the highway, It's also close to the casino. I know that doesn't matter, but still, it's close to basically everything in the map. I know some people would probably be tempted to probably get this one or something because it's close to the because it's closer to here. But I honestly would suggest go for this one because it's close to the highway. So for these apartments, I'm only going to suggest one location, but I've already bought all of them. But the location is in this area right here. I can't find the location there, but I know it's there. Trust me, I do know it's there. But there's another location I would honestly recommend, and it's this location here. It also has the cheapest apartments. So if you're going to get any apartments, just focus on those two. You don't really need anything spectacular. And also, some of these things actually have some pretty good looking apartments because you can actually upgrade them to your own likings as well. But I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. It just wastes money and you're not getting anything out of it. So now we're going to go over best locations for businesses and stuff. So we're going to go to the vehicle warehouse map. We're going to start off with the vehicle warehouse. I honestly wouldn't recommend going for the one that I went for here. Don't go for this one. I made a mistake buying this. Go for the cheapest one that you can possibly get, which I believe is this location right here. This is the cheapest location you're going to get for the thing. But everywhere else is kind of like, nah, don't get it. Just don't get any of these other ones. This one here is the only one you need. The only thing you got to be careful with is you don't want to bump into anyone on your way out, because there's like I think there's a Vargos thing going on there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Vargo, but yeah, that's the only thing you gotta be careful of. You could just use a helicopter to prevent that too, but you know, that's the only one I'd recommend there. Now it's got a special vehicle warehouse cargo. The business I use to make a ton of money, and you know what? Maybe I should go back to it again. I don't know, but I'm thinking if I want to get my money back, it might be worth doing this. But basically, I'm just gonna suggest get these businesses right here. Okay, every single one I got, I don't regret buying. Okay, I would not deny getting any of these other businesses because you can use them in like many different ways. Okay, I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you my secret to how I did these businesses somewhat quickly. Okay, so when I did this, I went for these two here. I started off with these two. And then when I finished that, I went for these three here. And how did I do these three if I didn't have the terminal for this? Because I used the terminal to kind of switch between the two, and I used the terabyte. If I was here, I'd use the terabyte to go to this location, and if I use the terminal, I use that to go to this location. And how did I do it for this one? Well, I started off by going to this one right here. And then I called the terabyte after I completed this mission, and then the terabyte spawns somewhere in this little area right here, right in between this one, and then I used that to go from here to here. But then after that, when I started the mission from this location, I returned the terabyte. When I finished this mission, I called it back again, and it's basically how I did it throughout this whole entire thing. Basically, I called it back, called it out, called it back, called it out, called it back, called it out, and I did it all throughout the whole thing of setting this up. So basically, with the biker business, I honestly would just recommend going for these locations right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you where all of these are. Okay, so the best locations for all these things are like here. So I'm going to tell you guys what they are: the meth lab, counterfeit cash, coke, document forgery. This one you can probably miss. I don't suggest this one at all. And weed farm. Both ones I suggest go for in these locations because they're all in Sandy Shores. And if you go to Sandy Shores, they'll all be down in the city. So that's honestly why I would recommend you go for that. New business, the bail office, I think that's what it's called. I went for the downtown Vinewood one. I didn't go for this one here. Normally people would probably go for Mission Row, but honestly I like this one. It's close to the highway, and it's also close to my agency. It's close to the casino. It's close to the highway. Everything about this one is just straight up good. So honestly I'd recommend downtown Vinewood, but if you still wanted to get that one, I would honestly recommend that one too as well. So yeah, go over them if you want, as you wish, but I honestly would recommend the Mission Row or downtown Vinewood. don't go for this one. I mean, I know it's tempting because it's close to a highway and stuff like that, but it's just not worth it. Don't go for it.